Doctor. I'm a Time Lord. I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Kasterborous.
I hope the ears are a bit less conspicuous this time.
You might be a doctor, but I am
I'm a doctor, but probably not the one you expect.
Absolutely fantastic.
All of time and space, everything that ever happened or ever will. Where do you want to start?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Bigger on the Inside, the new Who Doctor Who Watch Along podcast, where something a little different this week. Normally on a Monday, you would have had, if you're watching this on YouTube anyway, you would have had a normal podcast watch along for New Earth. Now, that will be coming out on the 5th of January, and this is going to be taking its place. You can still listen to the podcast over on iTunes to start on there, but on YouTube, it will be out tomorrow. It's been replaced by this video just for today. Because yesterday, quite late at night, it was announced that Jodie, well, it was rumoured by the Mirror, the Sun, the Daily Mail, not the Daily Mail, the Daily Mirror, that Jodie would be leaving Doctor Who at the end of the 2021 season after 3 seasons in the show. Everywhere but the BBC has confirmed it. The lady who wrote the article, whose name escapes me, has a pretty decent track record with getting most things right for Doctor Who. She talked about the Dalek in Resolution, Bradley Walsh joining the team, and a few other bits and bobs that have proven to be true. I'm not here with Harry, I'm here with Harrison. Hi, Harrison.
Hello, guys. Hello, Tim. Thanks for having me on.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the news, not too much, but mainly we're going to talk about who we think, if this is true, would be a good contender to play the 14th incarnation of the Doctor. Now, I'm going to be doing the same thing over on Series 2, Episode 2, with Harry when that comes out next week. We'll go into a little bit more depth because that'll be around about a week since the news is broke by the time we record that, so there might be a bit more news by then. But yeah, what was your thoughts when you heard about this, Harrison?
Yeah. So if I'm honest, it really caught me off guard. I was a bit kind of like blown away by this news. Obviously, it happened right after the episode, on the New Year's episode. So it kind of came out of nowhere. But my actual reaction to it is that I'm a bit up with it. I'm happy with it and I aren't happy with it. I mean, I've been quite clear in the past that I'm not really huge on her as the Doctor. Yeah. However, I don't really believe she's had the ample enough of time as other actors to play the Doctor have to really have a grip on her character. So that's why I'm a bit, yes, I'm happy, but also it is hard that she hasn't really had a huge amount of time in the role. And if rumors are true and if she's heading off, then it's a shame.
Yeah, it's almost like, yes, I know what you mean. You're like, it's exciting that we could be getting somebody new, but at the same time, it's like, is it really the right time when we haven't, even though Jodie's been around, it will be her 3rd season, it doesn't really feel like she has been around for 3 seasons. So the Jodie leaving is like, take it as you will. Some people will be happy, some people won't be. I would like to see more of her, but it's always exciting when this kind of news gets around because it's who will be taking over the role. There is always the same people who get mentioned every single time, like Chris Marshall.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You beat me by 2 seconds.
So excluding Chris Marshall, I don't have a problem with him taking on the role, but it's like, it just seems to be the press's favourite every time they go to option.
Yeah.
So let's talk about a few people we think we could possibly see taking over the role. Do you go first and we'll do maybe 1 or 2 each?
Right, okay. Right, I'm going to open up on a crazy choice here. And it's crazy to say this, but I believe the Doctor has, I believe we already have a clue to who the Doctor is. And just because, in this era of Doctor Who under Chris, even if you hate the writing or not, the point is he's been really great at hiding everything from the audience. He's been brilliant at doing that, and I tap my hat off to him. And I believe right now he's laughing at us because I believe that the companion that they've actually just cast is the next Doctor.
Oh, so you think John Bishop might be the next Doctor?
I know it's crazy, but I don't believe that the papers are now saying, oh, now she's leaving after they've just told us who the next companion is. I believe that's kind of like a play there. I think they've done that on purpose. I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You're not 100% sold on the idea, but you think it's maybe too much of a coincidence.
Yeah, it's just all this has happened at the same time. It's like, right, here's a new companion. Oh, also, well, changing the actor for the main role, but the actual companion perhaps is going to turn out to be the next. Or, I mean, you could argue, well, how is that even going to work if he's introduced to the companion? But obviously, it's about time travel and everything that's happened as well with other incarnation of the Doctor now around in the canon. Anything could happen. And I'm saying that, crazy as it sounds.
No, yeah, well, that is something that crossed my mind, but I wasn't as stupid as you to say it. Anyway.
Cheers. Just a wild one.
I've got a few options here as well. I've got a mix of male, female actors. I'm going to go with a male one to start with. I'm going to go with an actor who has sort of already played the Doctor. I'm going to go with Rowan Atkinson.
Hey!
Now, people might instantly think too comedic. People might know Rowan from, of course, Mr. Bean, Not the 9 O'Clock News, Blackadder. He also played the Doctor in a comic relief sketch in the mid-90s.
Yes.
I think it's called The Curse of the Fatal Death.
That's the one. It's brilliant.
And he's really good in it. And he does play it sort of comedic, and it is very tongue-in-cheek, written by Stephen Moffat. But recently, Rowan's done a lot of work with ITV. He did a series called Maygrave, I believe it was called, in which he played a detective, and it was a drama. He was great in it. He was very good. And I sort of think he is sort of a fan of the show. I know in the behind the scenes of that Curse of Fatal Death, he mentioned, Richard Curtis mentioned that the first person he asked to play the role was Rowan, because he knew that Rowan had always wanted to be Doctor Who. Now, that was over nearly 30 years ago now. Will Rowan still be interested in playing the role? Have to wait and see. But I think it's a good option, and I don't think it's an option that a lot of people are talking about, to get an actual proper named actor involved.
No, of course, I completely agree. And he's already, in terms of for us anyway as a country, he's already an icon as it is. And to have him play this iconic area of our culture, this iconic role, would just be amazing. It'd really be the cherry on top. And he's a brilliant actor, as you said. And it's not as if he's only in the comedic department. As you said, he has got range, and that's what the Doctor needs.
Another option I sort of was thinking about, if we're going to go for another female, could be maybe, I don't know, what do you think of Emma Thompson?
Yeah, I really like the idea of her playing the Doctor. I just believe that she's got the range we talked about earlier with other actors, and I believe she's kind of got that, I'm not going to call her old or whatnot, but she's a slightly more of a older age. I don't want that to come across as rude, but after what happened in the Capaldi era and how his age really kind of helped his character, and how he's a bit more kind of harder on his enemies and even on his companions, I think it'd be really cool to get that, but with the other gender, etc. So I think Emma could really have that range, and she's already an icon in our culture.
Yeah, I sometimes think maybe Doctor Who shouldn't go for these big named actors, but then sometimes I think, well, maybe they should. TV now seems to be as big as movies, so why not introduce these big movie actors into this TV show?
Yeah.
Another option I had was Hayley Atwell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from the MCU. I don't really know why, but I know that someone had previously asked her on Twitter if she would be interested in appearing in Doctor Who, to which she responded with, "I would want to be the Doctor." Then more recently, she has said that she is not interested in that, so it's probably not going to happen. But I think she would be great. Yeah. I think British actress, amazing.
Yeah, I can really, and obviously a majority of others who are kind of in Doctor Who, I'm not going to talk on behalf of everyone, but they're going to be into the universe. They're going to be into Iron Man and Hulk, etc. They're going to have a clue who she is outside of that. Yeah. So it would really kind of help her in terms of or the popularity anyway. How a majority of everyone is going to know her. Yeah.
No, I agree. I think she'd be great. I'm just looking now. Agent Carter, obviously, Captain America, Christopher Robin, Cinderella. She's a big movie actress. Why not bring these people across onto Doctor Who, even if it's just for a couple of seasons? It really helps the ratings out, I imagine.
Oh God, yeah.
Do you want to take another one, or do you want me to go?
I'll do another one. I've got one as well. I'm going to go for Emily Blunt. I think Emily would be really good. Emily Blunt would be quite good.
Emily Blunt. How come you think Emily Blunt?
I just believe that she's really got. I mean, like, I know you've heard me like opt to tell you like it before, but I believe she's got that range, and I like her a lot as an actress in the UK. Like, or the roles, you know, how she's had. You know, she's got that very. I don't know how to describe it. Very more like upper class kind of like acting or like tone or vibe. That would be really cool to get across.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah,
that
like
makes
that
sense.
sort of like statesmanship, almost like what John Pertwee sort of had.
Yeah. He's classy.
Yeah. No, I really like Emily Blunt. I know she's married to John Krasinski from The American Office. Maybe my opinion on that would be maybe she's already too big of an actress to sort of take on this role.
Yeah, that's the only issue, isn't it? And obviously, I've just been able to realise that all our choices at the moment are only actors, whatnot, in the UK. Now, I don't know if you've got any like others on your that are like out of the UK, that even American or.
All the people on my list are from the UK.
All right, yeah.
Why? Do you have an American that you'd like to try and persuade me with?
Oh no, but it's just been interesting because they've always been. I know obviously how they've always opted to cast a Doctor as an actor in the UK, etc. But like everything is now, you know, everything has been having to change over time, and that's what happens with Doctor Who. It's all about change, and you know, I don't like because if anything is to change, I mean, I don't have a clue if they'd opt to change the actor and their origin, their place of origin, like America or whatnot, or even somewhere else entirely, if that's even on the table.
Yeah. Well, another option I've got on here, and I'm going to go through the reasons why I think this person will be good, and then I'll reveal who they are, is I think this person would be good because they sort of have the quaintness that I think you could get from playing the Doctor. They've recently done a role where they are themselves, but they are personified as a quirky science individual.
Right.
But I also feel like maybe this actor wouldn't really be able to convey the seriousness when it's needed. And that is Richard Ayoade.
Oh, no. I mean, I get your point now. That makes now complete sense what you've just said. Yeah. It'd be really cool to see him as a Doctor. I'm not gonna lie, but I completely agree with you. Like every time I image him in my head, I image right. He's a comedian. He's gonna make me laugh. Yeah. So in Doctor Who, yes, at times that is a huge part of the character of the Doctor, obviously. But you're gonna need some times where, like, you know, it's gonna get bleak and real dark. And is he gonna be able to portray that?
Yeah, I feel like maybe
he
needs to do something beforehand where he can really show his range before he gets given a role like this, which I think is why Rowan would be great because we've seen him do dramatic stuff. I know when we've spoken in the past, another big name actor, but has also done TV work. Of course, everybody sort of thinks of Ben Whishaw, but I know you've mentioned in the past Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, he'd be great. And he's got range, you know, he's got range and he's got a huge kind of like here anyway, in our country, in the UK, he's huge. He is absolutely huge. Yeah. And he's got that kind of evil, he can play like really evil and really innocent and really like charming and sweet. And I think that'd be really cool for the Doctor to be like really like sly. Kind of reminds me almost like really like of the McCoy era and like how he was really sly and devious.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it might be quite fun. Yeah, especially with Loki coming out as well. It'll be almost like a good testing ground to sort of see how he does convey over a TV series rather than just, you know, an hour and a half in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I've got loads of other people here who I think will take on the role. But for those listening at home, you will have to wait until Being on the Inside Series 2, Episode 2, which comes out Monday the 11th at 9 a.m.
The 11th.
So stay tuned for that, and I will be going down the rest of my list. I've got some people here from Nutrix, Rogue One, some Channel 4 comedy, some people from Broadchurch, some people who have been in Doctor Who before, So come back and listen to some of them. Thank you very much for joining me, Harrison. Me and Harrison have done some other news videos in the past, and we've done some Big Finish work as well. So go and listen to all them. Big Finish Battles 3 will be coming out in February at some point. I think it's
nice.
So stay tuned for that. Subscribe and do all that. Do you want to say anything, Harrison, before we go?
No, I haven't really got anything to add. Just obviously, thanks for having me on as always. And obviously, guys, if you can hear this, if you want to hear the other names that he has on the list, then head over to the new when it comes out, the new video.
Whoop. Right, we'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Bye.
See you later.
Make sure you subscribe to the official Bigger on the Inside podcast.